Okay, so next up on stage is our next startup. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Crossinx. Ladies and gentlemen, Crossinx.
Yes, good morning. Thank you. Well, you obviously still have the energy. I hope I can spread some of that during the presentation. I would like to present to you the leading German e-invoicing and e-document exchange and supply chain financing platform. My name is Markus Laube. I'm the founder and CEO of the company. And those are the markets we are addressing. First, it's about invoices. Typically, invoices are printed, are mailed with ordinary mail, and then at the recipient's end, they're typed in an ERP system, bookkeeping system. Obviously, that process doesn't really make sense. And there are more than 30 billion invoices out there across Europe, causing costs of more than 270 billion every year. This is one, and then obviously there's a second one, which is supply chain financing, because once that invoice arrives at the recipient, it's still not paid automatically and immediately. People still have to wait for 30, 60, 90 days, even more, depending on the country. And that's why there are 1.2 trillion euro tied up in accounts receivable. So those are really two very dynamic and interesting markets we're in. Where are we today? This is still a huge, obviously, but untapped market in that space. So we see for both e-invoicing and supply chain financing a penetration rate of around about 10% only as of today. So out of those 33 billion invoices, just 3.3 across Europe are electronic. So there's a huge gap. And but once we get there, obviously this is disrupting the postal services. And we have the same for the receivable financing, where we have this 1.2 trillion euro, where we only see those 10%. And once this is covered, then this is disrupting banks, obviously. So the question is, how do we get this penetration, and why will we have that dramatic increase in the penetration over the next couple of years? And these are the reasons. If we look at the invoices, there is a saving of 10 euro per invoice, so you save around about 80% of your costs for printing and for the process by sending it electronically. And when it comes to the supply chain financing, with our services, you can get an additional discount rate of an average 2%, which in return means a 36% interest rate you could get compared to what you might get at a bank. Right? And last but not least, what has changed in the market as well is different EU directives mandating electronic invoices until the year 2018 for public authorities. And public authorities are the largest invoice sender and recipient across each country. So this will change dramatically, and there are different reports stating that this will reach round about 90% by the year 2020. So if you see, we are at 10% today, and only in about 4 to 5 years, we will be at 90%. You can already see how that will affect this market. So what have we done? We developed a cloud-based network, a cloud-based platform to handle those different documents for the companies. And those are the services we're offering. First, it's e-invoicing inbound. So for all the recipients, they can receive their invoices electronically. However, a supplier is sending it in different electronic formats, a PDF, a structured format, even paper could be sent. And then we have e-invoicing outbound, so we spread it across the different customers and channels. But we don't stop with the invoice. We also handle other documents like orders, dispatch advices, etc., to cover the whole process. And last but not least, based on that network, we offer financial services, for example, together with American Express, to make it possible to pay suppliers early with their invoices. All of that is based on that network where you only have one single connection to be able to reach everybody else on the network, which makes it very easy and smart to get and send documents electronic to all of your business partners. And at the same time, you don't have to change your existing IT infrastructure. This is where we are with the network. So we have around about 2,000 paying customers on that platform, but more than 30,000 companies, mainly across Germany and German-speaking countries, which use the service. What is very important in that respect is that since foundation, which is already 7 years ago, there's zero churn with our customers, so nobody did quit the service since then. And again, also very important for the network, this is a first mover advantage because for every new company selecting a service, it's important to find their business partners on the platform. So just to give you one example, about 2 weeks ago, we went to a large German company analyzing their supplier list and then found out that just by using the service, they could switch to 40% electronic invoices from one day to the other. So this is a strong market entry barrier, obviously, for everybody who would like to enter that space as well. And as a result, there are some numbers in transaction volume. This is what we handle today on the platform, increased quite well over the last couple of years. By now, it's almost 25 billion euro on the platform that we manage, as well as the number of transactions increased for a couple of billions right now, because, well, this is important because this is how we are paid. So by every transaction, we get some revenue for that. We are addressing 4 different customer segments, mainly in the DACH region. First of all, what we already heard several times, German Mittelstand companies, but also in Switzerland and Austria. Some of the examples you could see here, with some names you probably know. Secondly, very important, as I already mentioned, the public authorities. For example, the Ministry of Internal Affairs has chosen our solution as a piloting project for all the public authorities. And we use some of the regional data centers that spread the solution to their local authorities. Third one is the SME market, where we also have specific solutions and where we use our channel partners, mainly Sparkassen and Volksbanken, the 2 largest retail banks in Germany. So it's about 1,400 banks in Germany reselling our solution to their customers in the different segments. And finally, of course, we have some of our customers who are active internationally, worldwide, and they use our solution also in different countries across Europe, in Latin America, in the US, etc. Everything is based on one single platform, so to make it easy to use it for all different kinds of customer sizes and technologies, but we address different products in the different segments. Well, this is our team. Starting with myself, I'm for almost 20 years in that business of electronic invoicing, was part of the EU expert group for electronic invoicing, founder of different associations in Germany and in Europe, and have a team with the CTO with the same experience. and different board members from the industry with their specific knowledge. So finally, as a last slide, that's why we believe we will become the major fintech company in the DACH region over the next couple of years, because, well, obviously there's something missing on the slide, but we add up new services. One, for example, is what we call Things, where we address 3 million small and medium-sized companies in Germany alone, which we will launch in a couple of weeks. Is the first one. Then secondly, unfortunately that one's missing, we will present a world novelty in a couple of weeks. Some of you might have heard about dynamic discounting. This is taking this one step further, so it's a discount auctioning, which doesn't exist for the time being. Then we have the public authorities that have to use a service by 2018, so this is only 2 years, 3 years to go. Where we are well positioned in the area. And with the cooperation with the banks that we have, we will also address the B2C market and integrate the invoicing with the online banking of the different banks. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Crossinx.